Hello, I'm 1000, I'm an artist from Southwest Michigan, and today we are gonna be reviewing all of the art that you guys sent in for the Primalgard guest art contest. I put out a video saying, hey, we're having a fan art contest. You guys redesign this card right here. This is Tarsee from my game, and you're gonna make an alternate art version of this card. It's the Mythic rarity, and the winner of this is gonna have their art included in the game. They're also gonna get $1,000. They're also gonna get a cryptid bundle from the Kickstarter, which is like the top tier that you can get. They're also gonna get, was it $100 shopping spree on 10hun.shop? And yeah, you'll get your name printed on the card itself. You'll have your social media tag printed on the card itself. So everyone who's cracking these packs of Primalgard will know that you, the winner, are the awesome artist that made this card. I'm so excited to have some fan art involved in my TCG Primalgard. I've been working on Primalgard for the past year. The Kickstarter just finished. I wanted to have this video out before the Kickstarter finished, but there was like 900 submissions that you guys sent in. Hey, Editor Peter here. I just found out that Creo turned on late pledges on the Kickstarter. So I guess up until Monday, April 13, 2026, you can still back Primalgard on Kickstarter if you miss the main campaign. That's just a couple more days here. The response to this art contest was much more than I was expecting. So I looked through every single submission, and out of those 900, I picked like 250 that made it into round one. And then I took round one and I narrowed it down to about 97-ish submissions into round two. And I was like, should I keep narrowing this down further, or should I just try to be quick about this and give as many artists some shine as possible? So I went with option B. So I'm gonna try and get through these pretty quick so that we can get more artists on screen, get more eyeballs on more awesome art. And just as a reminder, one more time, this is the original artwork. This character is called Tarsee. It's a jungle guardian. It's based off of an animal called the Tarsier, or however you pronounce it. She's got kind of big hypnotic eyes. She can hypnotize her opponents. She's a trickster by nature. She's a bit of a thief, kind of a rascally character, a bit of trouble. With that in mind, let's jump into the first one. Paul, aka Pavlos from Greece, sent in this one. This one's just so cool. I love the line art on this and the coloring. The action pose is really nice. The way that the face is drawn, the extra bits of armor, the cool markings. Here's what it looks like with the full art on the card. That's just a super solid submission. Great colors. Next we have Matt Fortman. This one's really cool with the Tarsee kind of just hiding behind this jungle stick. Big crazy eyes. Really cool textures on the armor. The coloring style is a little bit simple, but it works so well with these like kind of lime green highlights going on here. I really do feel hypnotized by this card. We got Alex Major with the Tarsee with the backwards hat, leaning into the thievery, stealing a sandwich that's like, is that jelly? Peanut butter and jelly sandwich? Blue trees going on in the background to create lots of contrast with this like golden yellow fur. Andrew Johnson sends this one in. Just a crazy looking Tarsee. I like the action of the branch breaking here. Super crazy action pose. I like to see the instigators shown with like the end of them drawn. I just always have them hiding behind stuff, so it's interesting to see what people think the bottom of their bodies look like. I never even show them. We have Danny Davis art with a mystical, almost psychic looking Tarsee. The fur is white on this one. This is like an albino Tarsee. Definitely got some psychic vibes going on here, especially with that hypnotizing thing that Tarsee can do. An alternate version with these like RGB kind of offset watchers illustrating the hypnotizing effect even more. But I think Danny said in their email that they like this version better, and I do too. Maybe you could add, like, instead of using watchers as the energy, it could just be a swirl to kind of make it not as busy. But yeah, I think this one looks cool. I also like the super close perspective of the head and the hands with the body set back a little bit. Very dynamic pose. Rod and Rala send in this one, and this one is just all about the insane vivid colors. Crazy pink swirl coming from the diamond, changing the coloration behind the pink swirl. I love the super bright pink border with the sort of mint green background, and the art itself is well done and cool. The knees are here, the leg is there, the pose is wild. That's a really cool submission. This one's just so crazy. I love this, just this character. It looks so wild and funny. Really cool coloring style with like the shadows also having these little bubbles going on, the swirls on the fingertips, the swirls in the eye, one giant eye, one smaller eye, nice line work, just a solid illustration. And if we zoom in right here, yo, that coin has an insane amount of detail. 10 hun, rad, art, Dan. There's a bunch of little tiny details in that coin and I like it. We have Hehe, JJ. Really like this one with the purplish, lavender, pinkish Tarsee, these vines that are turning into hands with the eyes inside of the hand vines. The pose here with like Tarsee's face and hands really big in the foreground and it's kind of laying against this branch here. Super cool illustration. Mute Moo sent in this one. Another really crazy face on this Tarsee. I like the coloring style on here, you know, the lack of bold, graphic, dark line art. Much more like painterly vibes. Really cool coloring, especially with these like pink and purple shadows going into like warm peaches on the flesh here. We have the little hint of a Primalgard card here. I like the cool Watcher headdress. I just really like the coloring style on this one. We have Andrea Karatachea. Andrea Karatachea sends in this one. Once again, super cool coloring style. The lack of the graphic bold line art. Really fun face. Just a cool character and the coloring is like really pleasant. The jungle background. I like the Tarsee. Solid. That's the first 10. And we'll just take a quick break here to let you know that this video is brought to you by Squarespace. Squarespace is a website where you can build a website, and with Squarespace, it's insanely easy. They have these award-winning templates where all you have to do is drop your awesome content into their beautiful templates and you got a website. Probably around a decade ago, I turned to Squarespace to build my website, and with zero web experience, zero HTML knowledge, I was able to make something really good looking that also served as an awesome online shop where I could sell my art merchandise and get my cool stuff into the hands of the fans that wanted it. With Squarespace payments, they allow you to not only accept, you know, credit cards, debit cards, the classic stuff, but they also allow for Apple Pay, ACH, Klarna, and more. I love their e-commerce solutions. Their subscription products really changed the game for me because I was able to launch my t-shirt of the month subscription and my print of the month subscription that allowed my fans to get a brand new t-shirt or print month after month. They let you do invoicing. People can schedule appointments. Their image galleries are amazing for artists, and the list of features just goes on and on. Like literally everything you want a website to do, Squarespace has a tool for that. So whatever your creative vision is that you want to share with the world, you deserve to have a beautiful website. Go to squarespace.com to start your free trial. And then when you're ready to launch your site, go to squarespace.com/1000 for 10% off the first purchase of a website or domain. Let's get back to these submissions. Up next, we got Flapjake. I thought this one was so cool. Using the tail to create this spiral shape that also matches the spirals of Tarsee's eyes. Tarsee is a bit smaller on this card than you see in a lot of other cards, and the spiral tail really becomes the main subject that kind of just like draws you in and focuses your attention centrally onto this character. Along with this like really fun kind of like jungle light that's hanging off of the tail, creating this cool dynamic lighting, this bounce light that's coming off of Tarsee here. All of the shapes of the leaves, everything kind of has this like spiral vibe, really leaning into this spiral motif. This one is just black and white in your face vibes. This one is from Brooks Bracket. This almost looks like one of those when you're scrolling on Instagram and they're like stare at the center circle for 5 seconds and then it's like this optical illusion, everything starts moving. Like when I move my head around and look at this thing, I am seeing these lines go crazy. Chris Beilenberg. This one is just so cool with like strong backlighting, the nearly silhouetted character, but when you zoom in, there is a little bit of detail in those shadows. Really nice texture on these trees in the background. It's like the little things in this one that are just like, wow, that looks super nice. Unborrowed Vision sent in this one. Black and white and gold. Beautiful, painterly. I think this is a real painting. Black and white and gold is always a strong combo. Unborrowed Vision made a pretty cool YouTube video about the creation of their piece, and it's got some like good editing, some good cinematography, some good voiceover. So go check out Unborrowed Vision on YouTube to check out this video. It's really well done. Up next, PV Choose Creative Space. I just thought this one was cute. Solid line work, just a nice piece of art. Nettie is Nettie. This one's crazy. This is like celestial planet eater Tarsee. These like spray, they feel like stencil spray textures, but it looks like it's all digital when you zoom in close. The eyes are awesome. The lighting is awesome. And also sent in a second submission that's also super sick. So nice you had to do it twice. Somebody's good at time management. Really awesome work, Nettie. What's crazy about this contest is like, there's probably like 300 or 400 that I would consider like really good ones that are like, I would not be mad if this ended up in the game of Primalgard. And that makes my job incredibly hard. Everyone did such an awesome job. And what's really important is that so many artists will just give up before they even try. They'll say, you know, I'm not gonna win. I'll just skip it. But everyone who sent something in actually freaking did it. And for that, you should give yourself a pat on the back, because imposter syndrome will get you. And everyone who sent something in was able to get over that initial hurdle. And I just shout out to you for even trying. Up next, we got Jeffrey Cortacas. The extreme perspective on this one is so cool. That is just such a cute little Tarsee. The shape of the mouth wrapping around a biscuit or whatever is really good. It's kind of hard to like illustrate a creature or something like eating and having it not just look super janky. That's super awesome. This pole like going cool angle. And then of course, who is that we see down here at the bottom of this bamboo pole? Could it be me? Could it be the classic 10 Hun yellow hoodie that I'm not wearing in this video, but is a very common occurrence? I think this one is just a really nice job with the illustration, with the coloring, but also the composition. Bamboo pole leads the eye down, and then the perspective is just crazy. Very well done. Oh yeah, look at that one. That one's so fun. We've got almost like a fantasy Robin Hood-esque Tarsee, a thief, like a rogue or something. Really cool coloring style, really cool color choices. The illustration's on point. This upside down vibe is really fun. Tarsee's obsessed with this gold. That just looks great. Adriana Bakika is the artist here. Zand Fernandez sent in this one. If I'm not mistaken, this one was modeled in ZBrush as like a 3D model. Then it was taken into like, I think his email said Cinema 4D, and then he painted on top of that inside of Photoshop. So it's got this cool mixture of like a 3D model mixed with an actual drawn illustration, and I think that's super cool. Gives a really cool vibe to it. Bald, freaky albino Tarsee. This one is by Coke Silva. Cool pose, cool illustration, solid coloring, textures in the background here. And yo, whoever this artist was understood the assignment when I said, take your artwork all the way to the edge, because we have like 50% more artwork outside of the edge of this card. They went well above and beyond. Cranio Hueco, just another great looking Tarsee. What can I say? I do like these fishnet shin guards. The bamboo looks really nice in the background. The goggles. There it is with the pink text box. That looks pretty good too. James Ivory sent in this one. This one's really fun. Just the storytelling is super cool. That on the left is Chemist Chelsea, a denizen of the ocean biome. That on the right is Bart, a denizen of the desert biome. It looks like Tarsee has just robbed them and they're chasing Tarsee. Tarsee's like, ah, I got you. That's just fun. Like, you can just immediately tell the storyline of this image, and you can tell a lot about who Tarsee is as a character just based on these other two characters from Primalgard being in there, and I thought that was super fun. This is an artist that like obviously has gone on this ride with me throughout the whole process, knows the game a little bit, knows these other characters and how they might interact, so I thought that was super fun. Martin Palman sent in this grayscale plus lime green Tarsee. Love the expression on Tarsee's face here. I just really like this color scheme. Jennifer Llewellyn. This is just a very professional looking illustration. Awesome line art, coloring. The fireflies in the background are really nice. Very nice. That is a very good looking card. You guys see what I'm going through here with how many freaking good ones there are? This is after I've already done 2 rounds of weeding out. Will Gaskell, just insane hatch work. Are we kidding here? We got stippling, all of those dots. So much dots. This is like pen on paper. Then I'm assuming that was photographed and brought into some kind of digital app to do the coloring, which is like, whoo, that's a lot of time with all them tiny little dots, I tell you what. Carlo Crafts sent in this one, which is a handmade doll. I just thought this one was so cute. We actually got maybe somewhere between 3 and 6 submissions of like making a little doll, posing it in a real environment and taking a photo. And I thought this one was one of the nicest ones. Look at those, how big is this doll and how tiny are those crochet stitches? I am not a crocheter. I don't know how difficult this is, but that looks rather small. Shane Shift Art sent in this crazy colorful teal Tarsee. Got this magic key here, got a bunch of jewels and stuff in the backpack. Almost giving Lisa Frank vibes, but cooler. Just love those colors, and the illustration is super fun, great storytelling. Ooh, this one's crazy. The combination of the symmetry, the psychedelic nature of it, the insane colors, the cool like light effects. This one is definitely conveying that sort of like hypnotizing nature of Tarsee. Bruh, and those eyes are crazy. This is a wild card. That one's by Hobby Lucas. This one's just so cool. The coloring on this one is like so shadowy. I like the little hat, maybe he stole from a denizen. Fedora, the tiny little sunglasses. Spirals on the eyes being all super chunky and crazy. Definitely given like, oh, look at these leaves, dude. Like the texture on these leaves combined with the color scheme. Yeah, this artist just is really good at color combos. That fur looks so cool. Even the border has cool textures on it. Bennett Michaelis. Look at that cute little Tarsee. Oh, I love her so much. The mouth is just so cute. Crazy like spiral eyes. And this coloring style is so nice. The textures on this are texturing so hard. Sylvie Flamand. And the color scheme is really nice too. It's a bit more subtle than some of the other submissions, not quite as vivid, but I like that. It looks very nice. Also these headband straps, they got a real nice curl to them. Somebody knows their ribbon structure really well. Ryan Morale, look at this crazy Tarsee. Jungle, warrior, crazy sword. This is done with traditional paints on canvas, it looks like. Another traditional painting on canvas by Art with Lilith. This one just has such cool bounce light. This like blue gem casting strong blue bounce light here on this Tarsee. Tarsee in its little lair, candlestick, been stolen, some other kind of stolen goods here. And it looks like Tarsee has just been walked in on by a surprise guest that she did not want to see. Oh yeah. You want to talk about minimal color schemes that are just working for me? The teal and white, that's just really nice looking line work. The shading on this is so dope, so simple, yet so effective. That's Kenny Klang. Great job, Kenny. Cool illustration style. I love these eyes coming out of the plants. The lines separating the shadows from the highlights is really cool. This just has a really unique feel to it with the illustrative style, and I like seeing unique stuff. Good job, Casey Duke. Jash Lee, oh my goodness. The line work on this is so proper. We got grayscale, pops of oranges and yellow. Fingers are so cool looking. Here it is without the template. So much detail on every inch of this thing. Just the little pops of color where needed. And then on the actual grayscale portions, the shading and line art is very well done. That is certified dope, Jash Lee. Awesome job. Alexander Adler sent in this one, another one of these like 3D modeled ones. That's so cool. I think this one is done in Blender. I need to learn Blender. That looks so cool. Each one of these little freaking bamboo platelets all rendered. I like how the branch is kind of going through this like transparent ear a little bit. That's rad. Mad Concepts, this one's really cool. You know, there was a bunch of them where they sort of took my original drawing and kept the same pose and everything and sort of recolored it. This one was a really cool one because the lighting style almost looks like it's flash photography, like a nature photographer used a camera with a bright flash with these really bright highlights that are kind of centralized and really dark shadows. Looks like flash photography. I thought that was kind of wild coloring. Good job. Michael McNulty. Ooh, this one's cool. The coloring is so dope. That green swirling background with this like orange and red and yellow Tarsee in the foreground. It's like all of the things that Tarsee has stolen. We've got like an iPod looking thing here. Maybe this is Troubadour Gilberto's guitar. Stole some art supplies. There's a shield, a football. Oh, that's probably from Diver Dom. There's this like, oh, is that the Enigma machine from Alice? Yeah, I think this artist, maybe those are Peter's glasses. This artist knows the game. And I do appreciate someone who like knows what's up with the Primalgard lore and worked it in more than just the Tarsee. Also, the illustration is sick AF. Nice job. Oh, it's Michelle McNulty. I think I said Michael before. Shout out, Michelle. Ooh, this one's crazy. Oh yeah, we started with the full art and then you go blocka, and really cool work with wrapping your illustration around the text box. Tarsee's chin is overlapping the text box. The hand is grabbing here, this hand is coming out. The shadows are crossing over the text box, really cool. I'm not sure if this is a banana or some kind of crazy jungle flower, but that just looks cool AF. This one's from Rel J. Nice job, Rel. Ooh, darn, there's too many good ones. How am I gonna choose? How am I gonna choose who the winner is? This is an impossible task. Up next, we have Stin? I think the J's silent. Let's go with Stin Gruten. I love this look on Tarsee's face. Cool headdress, just nice colors. Look at that little wormy. He's just living his best life. Simone Moreno coming through with, is it Blender? Is it ZBrush? I'm not sure. 3D. The 3D ones are killing it. This looks like a straight up video game character. Very nice. Tarsee has wings now. This costume's really cool. The coloring is really cool. Man, this is the most Pokemon looking card I think I've seen. This looks like it could be a new Pokemon for sure. Man, I wish I knew how to do this 3D rendering stuff. That is so cool. Nice job, Simone. I might be emailing you for some 3D rendering in the future because that is toy. Olivia Klein sent this very unique card. My goodness gracious, this is made out of fabric. Different kinds of embroidered fabrics, quilted. I don't know the correct terms for what I'm looking at, but I like it. Even the border, even the card border is whatever this kind of fabric is called. That is so cool. Man, I don't know what size this is, but that is some precision stitching. I'll tell you what, I can't even sew a button back on my pants, and this is crazy. Good job, Olivia. Tamara Stevanovic. Look at that little guy. Hey, what's going on? Once again, coming in hot with the grayscale, super tight. And then pops of color that this artist chose to do is this really cool rainbow swirl on the eyes. This looks like it's a traditional painting on canvas. That rainbow swirl is proper, especially using paintbrushes. I love the moon. We got a little eyedropper here. Pocket watch, scrolls, some other stolen goods. I wonder if there's lore about the eyedropper. Oh, stolen items from other characters in the game. Glasses from Caraclaw, necklace from Glider Najiri, maps from Astronomer Janelle, pipette from Chemist Chelsea. Oh, that's the little chemistry blotter thingy that Chemist Chelsea is holding. Of course! How do I not recognize my own lore? Super sick, Tamara. David Miles. Look at the cool, crazy proportions of this character's face. Almost caricature level. Look at those little eyebrow whiskers. Man, that is just such an expressive face. Tarsee is stealing a card from a hand of cards, which is exactly the effect that Tarsee has in the game. Breaking the fourth wall. The illustration is literally illustrating what this card does, and what an illustration it is. David Miles, that's cool. I like the stripes on the fur too, just those subtle stripes going on here, hanging straight from the tail. And also when you draw a character hanging, it's kind of hard to have it look correctly balanced and whatnot, but solid. Look at those hands. Those hands are super cool. The back feet are all in like desaturated blues from the shadows, and the foreground is all warm and much more realistically colored. Is a sick illustration. Nice job, David. Johnny Hobbs. Look at that action. Look at that blurred background. denotes so much speed. My warehouse manager, Nikki, this will probably be her favorite card. She is absolutely obsessed with dinosaurs. Are we ready to introduce dinosaurs into Primalgard? Will there be a future prehistoric biome? Not sure, but I am sure that this is a super sick illustration, Johnny Hobbs, and I love all the action. Moriyoko, kind of a ninja warrior Tarsee here. She's got her shivs. I love all the purple and magenta kind of shadows going on with the warm highlights. Solid illustration. Franthony, look at all those shines, so sparkly. I just really like the glowing embers on this one, and it's just a cool illustration. Crazy extreme features on this one. That nose, those knuckles, those ears, almost humpback steez. Cool style. You're really pushing like every joint and feature and nose and eye to like the maximum. Brain blip, loving it. This one's just great line art. This one is just so well executed, and the colors are really strong, and it's busy but not busy. Like there's a lot of fruit and leaves and foliage and trees and stuff, and they're all different colors, but it's still cohesive, and the actual composition still looks really nice. Awesome job, Skylar Greencorn. Nikki Thompson. This is a cool design. It's just like the eyes are really big, showing how the viewer would be hypnotized by Tarsee. We've got this tree kind of blocking again, grayscale, pop of yellow. I guess I have a soft spot for that color scheme. They sent in a second submission of like buff Tarsee doing a model pose, but I think I'm kind of partial to this one right here. That's dope. Oh yeah. Yamil Zahul. Great face on that Tarsee. Awesome color scheme. The pinks and yellows are working for me so much. And this coloring style is really cool. Doing the highlights as hatching is really fun. That's a very unique style to me. Everything has sort of hatching texture, and that's like really working. We got a painting, beautiful. The simplistic teal background looks so nice, and like this moss branch looks really good. Fur is looking fantastic. Those eyes are really dope. Do we have it mocked up as a card? Oh, we do. And there it is, mocked up as a card. Alicia Borges, beautiful. 1235, spooky. Look at the mouth on that Tarsee. Yeah. The glowing effects on this are really nice too. We got this glowing watcher, the glowing eyes, the shines are looking really nice. I love that mouth, creepy. Sometimes like, I look at the face first. I'm like, do I like the face? I love the face. 1235 killed it. Here's another one of these dolls. This one's great. Look at that painting on the sculpted face here. And we have like tufted wool or something. When it comes to textiles, I don't know the right terminology to use, but this doll that has been created of Tarsee is kind of posed within these beautiful jungle flowers, jungle looking flowers. And that's just so cool. Nailed the eyes, even got the little tongue sticking out, the backpacks and the jungle armor. This one's by Hannah Lee, AKA Insane Lee Creating. Good job. Oh, there's an alternate pose here too. Which one do we like better? That one or that one? That's a tough decision in and of itself. They're both pretty cool. Fiona Ho. We've got Tarsee here, all the stolen items. That's a really fun part about Tarsee is that you can just, it's a thief. You can throw in all of her stolen items. This is a cool perspective because like a lot of times you see perspectives where the head and hands are really big and the body recedes into the background. But this is like a bottom up kind of, you're seeing the tail end of this creature larger and more in the foreground, and it recedes back to the head. Looks like watercolor or something of that nature. Painted it with jelly gouache. Jelly gouache. Great job, Fiona. Tom Carton. Ooh, this is another one where they kind of took the pose from my original card and just colored it and re-rendered it in their own style and freaking made it way cooler. The glowing pink embers of the night, very cool. The shiny eyes looking fantastic. The blue bounce light from the moonlight. Fire, solid. Mako is in this one. Look at those little fingies. They're so warbly and knobbly. I love it. Looks like it's done with real watercolors or a very nice digital watercolor brush. Let's see. Made with acrylic ink. Cool. Very solid illustration. Really cool character style. Love the hands and feet. This one is just so unique. We've got hands kind of making the shape of the Tarsee's face. We've got a coconut here simulating the Tarsee's body. Paper cutouts of the hands and feet. So it's like a Tarsee, but it's maybe like a decoy Tarsee as the real Tarsee robs you. And then I'm like, who is this artist? And I look and it's Alexander Albasir, who has worked with me before making the 3D animations for the Vivid Kingdoms trailer, the 3D animations for the Hammerhood Custom Toys trailer. He is an absolutely phenomenal digital blender 3D renderer artist, dare I say filmmaker. And then he sends in this very unique concept of an illustration that's also very well executed. The guy is an idea factory. He's a genius. Good job, Alexander. Aram NC Bean. Wow, this is such a cool illustration. Very whimsical. Look at those long fingers. All of the background stuff is so well done too. Really cool eyes. Fur looks fantastic. This is just a really cool illustration. Sometimes when the illustrations are just like really solid, it's like, what do I say? It just looks freaking great. Nice job, NC. Matt Willow. Yo, the Jack of Spades Vivid Kingdoms flip. That's cool. Tarsee has been combined with the Jack of Spades from my Vivid Kingdoms playing cards. We'll put that on screen right now. And I love this mashup. Definitely nailed bringing these two worlds together, and that is just really fun. I'm definitely biased, but I like it a lot. And then Matt sent this alternate color scheme, but I think you gotta go with the Vivid Kingdoms color scheme to just really, you know, bring it home as the fact that this is the Jack of Spades. Rufus Oak, crazy colors. Super energetic face here. Super extreme foreground with the hand. That is an eye-catching card right there. The background swirls, hotness. Another just supremely solid illustration. Just good old-fashioned sick art. I do like the shines kind of coming off of the leaf here, coming off of the wrist gauntlet. The lighting is cool. Color combinations are great. J. Coy Reyes. Fantastic. Mary Evelyn A. Tucker sent in this beautiful, I love the little cute little Tarsee cocking her head to the side. Overwhelming cuteness compels obedience. You cannot resist her wishes. Really great illustration with excellent watercolor execution, and the overwhelming cuteness is making it hard to resist. We got Royal Anubis. Gorgeous coloring style. I like that little mouth, the eyes. Oh, I feel like I'm just repeating myself, but the good ones have a lot in common. There's just great coloring, great composition. Damn, their Instagram handle is @DeviantArt? No way they locked that down. I don't even know what to say about this one except for that it just looks real good. It just looks real good. Ooh, the dark and shadowy vibes. Very cool. Looks hand painted. Look at that bark. That's nice bark, I'll tell you what. Great fur. Oh yeah, that's a real painting, all right. What do we have here in the background? I wanna see that painting, that looks nice. I'm just like, TV. Oh, we got a moose here. That looks like a nice art studio. That's by Benjamin Archibald. Another super solid illustration. This looks, dang, this almost looks like it's a real painting. I think it's digital though. Dude, some of the textures in here are crazy. Like that texture on the ear, wow, crazy. This almost reminds me of like, man, there was that French animation called Triplets of Belleville that had just like beautiful illustrations and beautiful coloring. I don't know why it's reminding me of that. I like the wings on the monocle here too. Very stylish, very cool. Simone Wade, love your art style. Man, another awesome byproduct of this competition is I just have like an insane roster of artists now for future art battles. So if you submitted to this contest, I don't know, maybe you'll get an email from me in the future, seeing if you want to do one of my art battles on my channel, because there is some solid artists in this community. I love doing these contests every once in a while just to be reminded of like how talented this community is. You guys are awesome. Next card, Raphael MB. Instead of Primalgard, it's Primate. Really cool illustration. I like these like trees or clouds going on in the background. The color scheme is really nice. The glowing eyes are really nice. That's a good one. Leon Raboja. Wow, the textures on this are so cool. Each individual piece of fur is like illustrated. Cool mask here. We got a mask there, mask there, mask there. Even that looks like a face. A lot of pareidolia going on in this piece. Faces everywhere. And a little face right there on the earring. Colors are really cool. Yeah, the just excessive line art really looks cool. Reese Button. Another kind of cool upside down composition. We got Tarsee hanging upside down from the trees. Got a little frog here, some Primalgard cards going on. Pinks and greens are super popping together always. Brandon Ho, crazy Tarsee. Lots of energy in this piece. The crazy colorful swirl. The eyes are wild. Look at those skinny little fingers. That's so stylish. Super insane, vivid colors down here at the bottom. We got Jamie Breeze. Super cool illustration. Look at those fingers. I like the kind of RGB offset kind of thing going on here. Mystical, magical, hypnotic, great color scheme. Super cool. Ooh, that's beautiful. Golly, coloring and illustration style is so nice. The lighting is fantastic. The rendering is fantastic. Pose is really cool. I like how the art is kind of more towards the top, but then the knee is at the very top and the head is more towards the middle. What a cool pose. Composition's dope. Sam Green, killer. Also this like blue bounce light over here. Things working for me. I like it. G. Francis. Speaking of blue bounce light, this is the ultimate bounce light experience, and the whole jungle is this like incandescent, bioluminescent, glowing blue jungle. This one's from Austin Alander. Just pure eyes. Very striking, and keeping everything a bit lower in value as far as, the fur, the hands, the leaves, just so that these eyes can pop even harder. Looks fantastic. Almost looks like a real painting or a very nice digital brush. Emulates canvas very well. Oh, split between acrylic paint on wood and then color correction and some effects done digitally. So yeah, it is canvas brush strokes looking things are real paint. Oh yeah, look at those fingers. This was by L. Nixon. I just really like these colors that the artist used and the style of their illustration, the symmetry. Look at those little spirit, ghostly looking instigators. And those eyes are cool. The sparkle effects are really cool. Dope. Vez, look at this coloring style. It's very like geometric, texture-y. The shading style is so cool. I think they're using the lasso tool and then coming in. It's so texture-y and spray painty. That is just such a cool coloring style. Gorgeous. Nice job, Vez. Ooh! Watercolors on point, and look at this. Tarsee is such a thief that she is stealing the text box. The lore says, hey, stop that, put that back. Wild face, lots of energy in the coloring style. Oh, look at those eyes. This is beautiful and super fun and funny. That's so unique. Anna Kirsten, that's really fun. I drew the picture using colored ink. Fantastic. Brazy art. Oh, wow. What a crazy version of Tarsee. Really cool hatchwork line art. She's a beast, Tarsee. Super cool, almost like gradient-esque coloring, going from these reds into these oranges into these yellows, dark shadows. Awesome illustrative hatchwork, comic book style coloring. That is a really striking illustration. Definitely a flip on the original. Sick style, Brazy. Guido van Oorschot has this pendulum Tarsee. When you hypnotize someone with a pocket watch, you kind of swing it back and forth. This entire Tarsee is kind of doing that. And I love this sort of like strobe color effect. That's really cool. Look at this one. Wow. Cool, expressive, mischievous face with a very unique kind of coloring style here. Almost looks cut out. Love the hood, all the holes in the fabric. Aspen Richards. I love that toothy smile. Isaac Doggett-Sart. Very cool concept here. Tarsee is a trickster. She's conniving, she's mischievous, and she is using shadow puppets to make herself appear much more fierce than she truly is, making her hands create the shape of like a jaguar. I just thought this concept and this storytelling was really fun. Oh yeah, look at Tarsee go. The green and blue color scheme on this is really nice. And just a very bold and impactful illustration by Nathan Hackett. Pab App sends in this one. Really cool with the mask on the back of the head. So we have a top-down perspective of Tarsee crawling across tree branches with this mask being positioned the way it is. It's still kind of like the face is facing towards the viewer. And the color scheme is really nice with these lavenders and teals. That's sick. We have this one from BMO. Super cool lore here with the Temple Watcher. a ruined temple watcher that Tarsee is climbing on top of. We can put my illustration of the temple watcher from Primalgard here. I love seeing the lore of the game worked into these illustrations. The lighting is really nice. This sun coming through the jungle background is really nice, hitting with the backlight. Eor glass. Probably saying that wrong. This is a cool illustration. Pencils, fingers, those knobbly fingers are looking so cool. The eye being created on the back of the hand, eyes everywhere. Here, 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 here. Really cool illustration on the jungle foliage. Beautiful. And then we have this like stone face down here kind of hidden by the text box. Here's the full illustration. That's really nice. Gosh, what a talented artist. Even the little swirls in the fur and stuff. It's D-Bob coming through. This Tarsee illustration, really nice coloring, glowing jewels. I think this is gonna be editor Nick's favorite card because we have his character, Hunter Fox Chase, leaping through the background, trying to protect the treasure of this jungle camp. This character right here is in the game of Primalgard, is based off of Nick. So Nick luckily does not get to vote on this competition. Amy Thomas. Wow, that's so cool. Almost like a clockwork automaton Tarsee. Got some like, I don't know, is that steampunk vibes? Is that what you would call that? I don't know, but it's like almost like a clockwork robotic kind of vibe. Or is it just supposed to be like jungle tribal markings? It looks like the guts of an old timey clock. I like the coloring, really whimsical, really beautiful, cool illustration. John Rauschelbach, probably saying that wrong, but you know what's not wrong? The style on this illustration. I love the energy of this leaping Tarsee. Those hands are looking really cool. Coloring's looking great. Big eyes. That's a great Tarsee right there. Speaking of big eyes, Eric Rodfelt went maximalist on those eyes and I love them. And they are shining. And I love this like crazy lens blur that's going on here with chromatic aberrations and everything. It really draws you straight into those eyes, which is playing into the lore of Tarsee with her hypnotizing eyes. Oh, this one's just great too. Eyes are so cool. They're like lava lamp eyes. The backpack almost looks like it's a mouth of a beast, stealing the golden watchers. Lots of motion here, lots of action. The face is so fun and cute. Pablo Agurcia art. That's a great version of Tarsee. Man, my decision is gonna be so hard. Guillaume Taillon. Ooh, I love that armor. I love that pose. She's mean. She's ready for battle. Look at those glowing eyes. I'm assuming all of these letters here are watermarks to kind of protect the art. But yeah, that's nice. Very cool illustration. Jonathan Ramby, fantastic illustration. Tarsee's almost rat-like in this one. Man, that weave looks actually accurate on those shin guards. Every leaf drawn to precision. Wow, that must have taken some time. Fur looks fantastic. The coloring is fantastic. Even got some blurred leaves in the foreground here. What a talented artist. Everyone's so dang talented. You guys are all putting me to shame, and I love it. I Throw Trains sends in this very impactful Tarsee. Bold, in your face, strong lines, big eyes, crazy colors. The sort of hypnotic effects going on here with the rainbow waves. Very cool. Ooh, did we make it to the last one? Last, but certainly not least, we have L. Griffin Woods. Super cool illustrations. I like how it's being lit by these lightning bugs, AKA fireflies. Do you say lightning bug? Do you say fireflies? I know it's like regional. I think we always said lightning bugs growing up in Southwest Michigan. That's beside the point. This cross hatching is really nice. The line weight is great. Coloring is beautiful. The lighting effects are really nice with this nighttime background. I like the splatter effects, adding a texture to the border and the night sky. Whew, and with that, ooh, baby, that is just a taste of the amazing art that I looked through. Everyone who sent stuff in, hats off to you. Shout out to all the young folks. We had 17-year-olds, we had 13-year-olds, we had, I think 6-year-olds or 5-year-olds was even the youngest. A lot of the stuff that I saw from the young people were at your age, way better than I ever was at that age. So keep with it, keep following your passion. And to everyone who submitted, thank you so much for participating in this contest. Right now, as I sit here recording this, I have not chosen a winner. I am going to download maybe my top 20 put them into Lightroom in a carousel and probably spend way too long just scrolling through them and coming to the incredibly hard decision of choosing just one of these cards that wins. Ooh. Future me will be right back with you in just a second. Real quick, while future Peter is making his decision, I want to let you know that I actually made some binders for Primalgard. These binders are a great way to organize and keep your collection safe. It can hold 396 cards, which is enough card slots to be able to have a complete master set of Primalgard. The pockets are side load so that if you tip your binder upside down, there's no danger of the cards falling out. It's a zipper enclosure. It's got a soft exterior. It's a non-ringed binder. It's like a center seam, so there's no danger of like the rings pressing into your cards and damaging them. So yeah, if you want to get your hands on a Primalgard card binder to keep your collection safe, to organize your collection, 10hun.shop, pre-order those now. Those are probably going to start shipping out June of 2026. All right, let's find out who won this competition. Whew, okay, that was an incredibly difficult decision, but after much deliberation, I have narrowed it down to my top 3. And I kind of decided as I was looking through these, there should be a small concession prize for second place and third place on top of the grand prize winner. So coming in at third place, we have Sam Green. The rendering and colors and composition on this Tarsee was just so gorgeous. The character style, the pose, it's just a really fantastic looking professional card, and I loved it so much. In third place, they're gonna get $100 store credit on 10hun.shop. They can pick out some stuff. I'll send it to them for free. But congratulations, Sam Green, third place. Tough decision. Second place, we have this absolutely insane Tarsee from Brazy Art. That style is just so cool. Those deep shadows, that rendering style, the drawing style, the hatch marks. I made up some lore in my head of like, you know, Tarsee is a thief and it probably stole lots of food first and foremost, so it grows bigger. But it probably stole like an experimental potion from chemist Chelsea and it greedily drank it and it like morphed and mutated Tarsee into this like hulking beast version of her. So in second place, Brazy's gonna get a $200 store credit on 10hun.shop. Pick out some cool stuff, send it to you for free. Congratulations, Brazy. And last but not least, the grand prize winner. Ooh, this was a tough competition. Everyone absolutely smashed it, but I gotta give it to David Miles. This piece of art has so much personality. The art skills look absolutely fantastic. I love that it's hanging. I love the look on its face, the eye position, and then it plays in so well, not only to the lore of Tarsee being a thief, stealing a card, but also directly correlates to what Tarsee's effect does on the card. Tarsee, you know, you can peek 2 cards in your enemy's hand, and then you get to choose your enemy's next played card. And that is literally what is happening in this illustration. The background looks fantastic. The rendering on the fur, the stripes, those lime green, yellow eyes, even down to these whiskers off of the eyebrows. Just a beautiful, amazing piece of art. Congratulations, David Miles. You win the $1,000. You're the official Mythic card for Tarsee in Primalgard. Store credit, the Cryptid bundle, which is the top tier on Kickstarter. All of that stuff is yours. Woo! David Miles, congratulations. Wow, what an incredible piece of art. This is just such a banger. But I do have one more surprise up my sleeve. As I was like looking through all of these pieces, these like 24 top finalists, I sent a little screen recording to the team over at Creo and I was like, yo, you guys, look at what an insanely tough decision I have to make. And one of the guys at Creo was like, oh my God, I wish we could just put all of these cards in the game as like super rare chase cards versions of Tarsee. And I was like, oh, that would be such a cool idea. And I was like, I can at least ask, right? So behind the scenes, I sent out emails to the top 24 finalists. And I said, hey, you know, you didn't get first place, but do you still want your card to officially be in the game as this like ultra rare chase card? And as of recording this right now, I have gotten 20 replies from artists saying, yes, I want my card in the game. That would be so sick. Oh my God, this is awesome. And then there's 4 people who haven't replied yet. So there may be 24 super rare versions of Tarsee that are like these chase cards, these alternate arts from the top 24 finalists. These are the top 24 finalists on screen right now. And 20 of these have already said yes, they want to be in the game. We're going to be getting them some free Kickstarter bundles. We're going to be getting them some free copies of the holographic and non-holographic version of their cards. Of course, their card will be in the game. Their name, their Instagram will be in the game. And it is just like so exciting. People are so hyped to have these cards in the game. And yeah, there's even more Tarsees, up to 24 Tarsees of you guys' fan art. The competition was just so amazing. Second place will be in there. Third place will be in there. They've already said yes. And I'm just completely blown away at this community. So not only do we have David Miles' awesome, epic, official Mythic Tarsee in the game, but there are gonna be some even more rare finalist art in the game too as alternate Tarsee cards. That's like a whole little separate mini collection of 24 Tarsees potentially. That's if those last 4 people say yes. If you do see your card on screen right now and you haven't checked your email, there's probably an email from me waiting for you asking if you want your card in the game too. But congratulations to David Miles, and congratulations to each and every single one of you who submitted your card for this competition. Absolutely killer work. Dang, this was so cool. You guys are so awesome. So that is it for the 1000 Tarsee fan competition. And now for the outro of this video, there is going to be a slideshow of every single submission that was sent in for this competition. There was over 900 submissions, and I think everybody did such an awesome job that I just want to give everyone their small little sliver of time to shine. Now, each one of these submissions is going to be on screen for like 1 second or 1.5 seconds because there is a lot to get through. But if you think it's going by too fast, you can use the YouTube controls to do like a half speed on the video. So without further ado, maybe grab a drink, get cozy, and these are all of the Tarsee Mythic art submissions. Enjoy. Also subscribe.
You've been paying rent here in my head. Tried to fight it off, tried to hold my breath. I keep holding back, trying not to crash right into you. But you look at me like you know something I don't. It's almost like you see where this thing's gonna go. And well, I think you might be right. I'm thinking maybe I'm way past the point of no return. I'm running traffic lights to spend a little time looking into your eyes. Swear I've been aching, I've been waiting for you all my life. This must be what love feels like. You got me high as a satellite. All that I know is I think I like life a little better with you on my mind. Am I in too deep or being naive? Will you lift me up or send me to my knees? Start prophesizing that you'll wreck my life and leave me high and dry, yeah. But you look at me like you know